guys, Will here with W.T.F Car Reviews, and today we're going to be reviewing the all-new 2023 Ford F-150 Lariat 4x4 with the PowerBoost.
And a big thanks to Samantha and the rest of the management and staff here at Jenkins Ford in Crystal River, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to your inventory below, and if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Crystal River, Wekiwachi, Homosassa area, I would definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Samantha.
And as most of you guys probably know by now, the F-150 has been a full-size truck sold by Ford since 1975. The 14th generation F-150 that you see here was released in 2021, carrying over most of the power plants from the previous 13th generation, but it also brought along this all-new PowerBoost, which is a 3.5-liter EcoBoost, made it to a hybrid system, cranking out 430 horsepower, 570 pound-feet of torque. Also, the 14th generation F-150 still gets the 5-liter V8 engine as an available power plant, but now it gets cylinder deactivation just like the trucks from Ram and GM. All trims for 2023 have the available PowerBoost outside of the XL, Tremor, and Raptor. The PowerBoost comes standard on the limited trim, but here we have the Lariat PowerBoost with 4x4, with a base price right under $65,000. What else do we get for that money? Let's jump right in. So up front, you notice your flickering LED daytime running lights are not actually flickering in real life, LED high and low beam. We also get LED fog lights and an LED daytime running strip right outside of it. We get a decent amount of shiny chrome for the Lariat trim, shiny chrome starting the Ford badge and for the grille, and shiny chrome for the front bumper area, full front parking sensing, tow hooks up front too. We don't get a front facing camera underneath the Ford badge. I kind of wish we did for a truck in this price point, but not a big deal. We still get front and rear parking sensing, which is really appreciated. The wheel and tire setup, we get these 20-inch chrome rims. The chrome is a repeating theme for this truck, wrapped in Pirelli Scorpion ATR all-terrain tires, dimensions being 275/60 R20. You hear this PowerBoost start right up. That's the full hybrid system. Up top, F-150 Lariat badge with a functional heat extractor right outside of it. PowerBoost badge, running board that says Ford in the center. Cool. We get smart access for the driver and a front passenger, key lock too, chrome. Side mirror, it says Ford on the LED turn signal too. Hopefully you can pick it up on camera. The glass fills up the entire frame, blind spot monitoring on the glass, shiny chrome for the bottom part of the window trim, blacked out right up top, blacked out B-pillar too. I'm liking this all new Avalanche paint color. It really shines in the Florida sun. When the sun's not shining on it, it gives it a nice gray theme. When the sun's shining on it, it almost looks like a really beautiful blue. We don't get a push to open gas cap. I'll show you where the button is to open it inside, which is weird because the Raptor we just reviewed in this channel had a gas cap that simply just opened up when you walked right up to it, but we don't have that here for the Lariat, at least not for the PowerBoost. Same rear wheel and tire setup, only difference is a smaller brake caliper. Unlike the Raptor though, we have leaf springs out rear, so we'll see how that compromises, or if it compromises, the ride quality in this truck. 4x4 badge, full LED for the rear tail lights, full rear parking sensing too, F-150 badge in the center. Shout out Jenkins, Ford, and Lincoln for helping make this review possible. Tow hitch, I'll leave a link right here to show you what this truck is rated to tow. Rear view camera and zone light. We can drop this tailgate down. Click of a button, it is hydraulically damped. It's not electric, so it doesn't go back up. We don't get a bed liner yet, but that of course can be added aftermarket. I'm sure it'll get added in by the dealership before the truck is sold. We have an additional AC adapter in the bed, 2 of them. There's also an optional generator for the PowerBoost where you can have like 8 or 10 AC outlets. Really cool feature, but we still get 2 standard. We have 4 sets of tie downs. That's nice for kayaks, off-road vehicles, dirt bikes, whatever it is. We don't get interior LED lights for the bed here, but no complaints. We can drop this tailgate right back up. No step either. I'm not sure if the American trucks are seeing a shortage for the bed steps, but I haven't seen a bed step on any truck for 2023, not just the F-150. That's about it though. We can take a squat back here, get a good look at the exhaust tip, rear axle, differential, and spare tire. But speaking of the exhaust, let's fire up this PowerBoost and hear how she sounds. Alright guys, that was the sound of the 3.5-liter PowerBoost hybrid sold by Ford for the 2023 F-150. It doesn't really make a lot of noise, but it does let you rev up the engine. It does so very slowly, but it still allows you to rev it. Hopefully you picked it up on camera, making a ton of power at 430 horsepower, 570 pound-feet of torque. Enough to get this truck to 60 in the low 5-second range, maybe even quicker if you get a really good launch. But what you see is basically what we get. We can shut this hood right down. The struts are appreciated. Take one more step back, get a good look at the front styling, side profile. And this is a Lariat trim, one of the more luxurious trim levels for the F-150. The interior, let's check it out and see what we got. Again, smart access for the driver and the front passenger. Up top, we'll turn these lights off so they're not yelling at me. But up top, we have the same materials as the Raptor, this faux leather stitched trim, gushy soft leather down below. It's not a King Ranch trim. Don't get fooled, it just gives you a little Southwest theme package as an option in this Lariat trim level. But the leather itself is very soft. Auto one touch up front, power windows behind it, power folding mirrors, 3-person memory seats. Same sound system as the Raptor. The Bang & Olufsen sound system sounds fantastic. 2 tiers of storage. You'll throw some candy bars or car accessories in the top tier. Probably fit 2 footlongs on top of each other on the left side. On the right side, you may be able to squeeze another footlong on the right. 2 cup holders too. You'll fit a 20-ounce water bottle and maybe a big gulp in front. Running board, as you mentioned, it says Ford on it. It has more chrome on the outsides of the steps. We don't get a nameplate as you step inside like we had on the Raptor. The seats are beautiful. I love the tan and black contrast. Very Southwest styled, heated and ventilated here for the Lariat trim. Fully adjustable lumbar control. You can recline, drop, lift, and slide the seats. Taking a step inside, we can really check out the interior in this 2023 Lariat. Foot on the brake, engine start stop, and everything fires right to life. The first thing we notice is the steering wheel. I actually like these F-150 steering wheels. It's not as good as the Raptor we just reviewed in this channel, but compared to a Ram, compared to a GM truck, it actually has a 10-2 bolstering notch, decently thick. I also like how it gives us a little flat area over here to the side, so you can drive with your arm on the upper part of the door panel and still have a pretty comfortable grip on the wheel. Anyway though, on the left side of the steering wheel, volume adjustments, voice commands, radar cruise control, lane keep assist. Any of these buttons also adjust your cruise control. On the right side, we have skip controls. You can answer and hang up the phone calls, back infotainment adjustments. Speaking of the infotainment, right now we're looking at My View. We also have trip and fuel, truck info, towing, navigation. So turn by turn if navigation is hooked up. Really good resolution. We'll check all that out in 1 second. Phone, audio, and the regular settings. My personal favorites to look at all times, probably just trip and fuel. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have a tachometer. It goes to about 6,200 RPM, just like on the Raptor. 120 mile-an-hour speedometer. Everything is completely digital. Up top, we have our coolant temperature, oil temperature, transmission temperature, and the fuel level, plus average MPGs when you're in the fuel economy setting. We get auto rain sensing wipers, automatic headlamps, and automatic high beams, fog lights, bed light, and this button opens up your gas cap. Interior brightness, you can drop your tailgate with a click of a button, zone lights for the side mirrors, electronic parking brake, and adjustable pedals, all really appreciated features. Power tilt and telescoping steering wheel, hopefully you can get a good look at your pedals. The dashboard has that same material as the upper part of the door panel, that faux leather stitched trim. Center stack, we get this massive horizontally laid out 12-inch touchscreen, and I prefer the horizontal layout over the vertical that we get in the Ram. Excellent response too for this touchscreen, one of the best in the business. We get audio, takes a second because we just started this truck up. Phone, nav we just saw, favorites, apps, we get Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, settings. You see everything that we would have available in the settings, features too. Nice. My personal favorites to look at all times would be the nav. On the right side, we also have adjustments for this screen. You can see phone, trip one, fuel economy, eco behavior, off-road, that's pretty cool, zone lighting, and right back where we started. My personal favorites to look at all times would probably be the Pro Power onboard meter. That's pretty cool. Beneath that, volume and skip adjustments with shortcuts if you don't want to go through the touchscreen, dual zone automatic climate control, heated and ventilated seats. That's a thumbs up by me. 4x4, we have 2 high, 4 high, 4 auto, and 4 low. We got a locking rear diff too with the push of a button, drive mode select. We have normal, slippery, deep snow and sand, mud and rut mode. And in mud rut mode, it automatically puts you into 4-wheel drive, right back to normal mode, tow haul, eco, and sport. I kind of wish sport and normal mode were closer to each other, because when you're driving, it's annoying to constantly toggle between different drive modes. I kind of wish sport and normal were right next to each other. But if that's my only complaint in this truck, it just says more about me than it does about the truck. Nice little coin slot holder. This is also a good spot for a bracket for a phone or GPS, whatever you'd like to have. Down below, wireless charging pad, USB-A port, and a USB-C port. Leather outlined on this gear selector, controlling your 10-speed automatic transmission. The backup camera, we take a quick look. Excellent resolution, guidance lines and trajectory, front and rear parking sensing. We don't get the 360. It is available as an option, but not a standard feature for the Lariat. I still love how the backup camera takes up this entire screen. Excellent visibility, great layout. You put this thing right back into park, press this button and it hides away the gear selector. I guess it doesn't let you do it because the key is currently in there, but you press this button one more time and it should fall all the way down. This is done because there's an optional transformable center console that turns into like a workbench table. And if you do that, you'll have a flat little table area, and if the gear selector wasn't put down like this, it would be in the way. That's not even an option here, and we still get the gear selector that can be folded away. You can put this gear selector right back to the way it was. Above the navigation screen, this button up top controls your onboard generator. You press it and you can see low power mode on, generator mode on, and all outlets off. It gives you a little warning. So I'll leave it on all outlets off because I don't plan on using any of these outlets. Next to it, we have a button for a camera at all times, only a rear view camera. Front facing camera is not standard on the Lariat. You can turn off your parking sensors if you would like to for one reason or another. Hazards and traction control, you can turn right off. Next to the gear selector, we have a little bit of storage, 2 cup holders. You'll fit 24-ounce water bottles in there. The center console space is massive. Just like the Raptor, we get this cubby. You'll fit like 7, 8 iPhones on there. Nice spot for business cards and coin slots too. The console itself, you probably fit a 12-pack of 2-liter bottles of soda in there. You'll fit 3, 4 bowling balls. It's an absolutely massive console, just like all full-size trucks, but definitely does not disappoint here on the F-150. 2 tiers of glove boxes. The top tier, you can open it up. You'll probably fit a pair of shoes in there, decently spacious. The bottom tier, you can drop it. It's not damped or lined with felt. It's not the largest either. I wouldn't expect you to fit more than 15, 20 license plates, but it's very wide. You should be able to fit at least another pair of shoes. The rear view mirror, it's not frameless, but it is auto dimming. That's appreciated. The interior light is LED. Sunglass holder, no moonroof, but we do get the sliding rear window, as you guys can see. Cool, you can throw some trash right into your bed without even having to get out of your truck. 3 garage homelink settings on the visor. That's about it for the front seat of this 2023 F-150 Lariat with the PowerBoost. Let's check out the back seat real quick. See how much space is offered back there, as well as the overall quality of the material. So up top, just like up front, we have that faux leather stitch trim, very nice area to rest your arm. Even nicer area to rest your arm is the armrest, gushy soft leather. I'm loving the color theme too for this interior. Power window, 2 cup holders, 2 tiers of storage. You'll fit at least 2 footlongs on top of each other, probably 6-inch sub, and a 24-ounce water bottle with some candy bars right up top. The rear seats, also that same Southwest theme. No bolstering though, but these seats, as we know by now, you can lift them up by pulling this latch, and the seats come right up. Additional storage behind it underneath the seat. You throw some, I'm not going to give you any suggestions, but some hunting gear, you know what I'm saying, is a good location right underneath the rear seat. We still get a pretty large flat floor too. You throw a sleeping bag back here, you can sleep in your F-150 in an emergency situation. Drop the seat right down. There we go, we'll move this box out of the way. Ton of legroom, just like all full-size trucks. We get the running board and a grab handle, makes it pretty easy getting in and out of the truck. Taking a step inside though, yeah, legroom is fantastic. I'm a little bit over 6 feet tall. Headroom, I have at least 3-4 inches, just like the Raptor. If you're under like 7 feet tall, you'll have no problem sitting in the back seat of the F-150. Map pockets behind both of the front seats too, and the leather from the front continues even in the back of the seat. Nice high quality touch. 2 cup holders, you'll fit 24-ounce water bottles and a pack of cigarettes in the center. Heated rear seats, air vents, additional AC adapter, and USB-A and USB-C port. Cool. Interior light back here is LED. The center cubby, there's a string, you pull it, and 2 sides of leather. You'll fit 20-ounce water bottles in here, no problem. The cup holders in this truck are pretty large. That's about it though for the back seat of the 2023 F-150 Lariat. If I didn't mention, there's a little bit of faux wood on the door panel too. That's about it for the entire inside and outside of the 2023 F-150 Lariat PowerBoost. It's a really beautiful truck. I have absolutely 0 complaints outside of maybe the shiny chrome and the lack of a front-facing camera. But the front-facing camera is optional, and the shiny chrome can be deleted aftermarket, or you can go with the King Ranch instead, which is similarly equipped and similarly priced. That's about it though for this Lariat PowerBoost. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. All right guys, now we're just about seeing everything we need to see with the inside and outside of the 2023 F-150 Lariat with the PowerBoost. Let's take it out for a drive and see what it's got. My first impressions though, the gas pedal feels really sensitive thanks to this hybrid. We're only in normal mode. We'll try it out in sport, see what the differences are, but in normal mode, a very sensitive throttle. The steering feels a lot lighter compared to the Raptor, and the wheel is just smaller, so it just feels a little bit less sporty. But compared to other full-size trucks, this is still probably the best steering wheel outside of the Raptor. You still have a very commanding view of the road. You sit pretty high up. There's a leveling kit in this truck, which gives you like about 1 inch of a lift up front just to keep it nice leveled of a stance. So you do sit a little bit higher up for the perspective of a driver, but not much. Compared to the Raptor, you're sitting at least 3-4 inches lower, but it still feels very commanding of a view. The ride quality, it's good. It's not better than the Raptor, but it's good ride quality, typical from what you expect from an F-150. The seats are comfortable. The interior is really quiet. We get dual pane windows for all F-150s, XLT and up, and it makes the interior sound basically sound. And we have a fantastic sound system, so this quiet interior probably enhances the sound of the sound system even more. The ventilated seats do a great job. I have them on their lowest setting right now, and it's still blowing cool air. Steering through the turn feels nice and predictable. We'll lean into it right here a little bit, about half throttle. Yeah, the boost kicks in. This feels faster than the Raptor. To be expected. I mean, it's a lighter truck with more power. All right, we have a little straight road here. Good spot for an acceleration off the line. We'll throw it into sport and four-wheel drive auto after we put it into sport, and I'll catch right back with you. All right, guys, four-wheel drive auto sport mode on the gas. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is way quicker than the Raptor. It puts you in the seat and goes. It launched my camera to the top of my head. This is a fast truck. I can see 0 to 60 happening in the low 5-second range. In sport mode, the steering feels a little bit heavier. Not much, but it's a noticeable difference. The throttle gets a lot more sensitive. The transmission is eager to downshift you. The slightest inputs into throttle make this vehicle change speed so quickly. It's such a responsive feeling truck. Handling is good. The body roll is very limited. We get leaf springs in the back here. We didn't have leaf springs on the Raptor, which is probably why the Raptor's ride quality felt a little bit softer. This feels a little bit more like a traditional truck, but still, from a ride quality perspective, definitely no complaints. It's so responsive. This is barely touching the gas pedal. Yeah, sport mode, I think, for daily driving might be a little bit too sensitive here. We have almost 600 pound-feet of torque, so I think for daily driving, normal mode should be more than good enough. We'll throw it into sport again at some point if we do an acceleration run, but for just regular driving, sport, in my opinion, is a little bit too sensitive. Got some bumps. Yeah, you feel the bumps a little bit more, but it's very composed. I think if you compare this to a Chevy truck, this is much better ride quality than a Chevy truck or a GM truck. All right, guys, we'll try another acceleration off the line. We're in two-wheel drive. We took it out of sport mode, just half throttle. Yeah, it puts the power down. Nice. Obviously, if you lean into it a little bit more, it's going to spin the tires. There's a ton of power in this truck for only two-wheel drive, but in four-wheel drive, you'll do great accelerations. In two-wheel drive, it puts the power down well enough, so for like daily gas pedal, if you're not being obnoxious with your right foot, it should keep those tires nice and planted. All right, guys, one more time before we bring this thing back. Let's try another acceleration. We have a nice empty road here. Four-wheel drive, sport mode, on the gas. Oh. Okay, yeah, once you pass around like 50, it falls on its face a little bit, but it pulls so hard to 50. That's 0 to 40, 0 to 50. You're keeping up with a lot of fast vehicles on the road. This thing is no joke. And then just cruising along at almost highway speeds, really quiet interior. But the sport mode in these trucks, it's a very aggressive sport mode. Like, we're still turning almost 2,000 RPM at highway speeds. We have a 10-speed transmission. We should be turning a little bit closer to like 13, 1400. All right, guys, four-wheel drive, sport mode. We'll lean into it right here. Ooh. It's a fast truck. Definitely no complaints when it comes to performance. And fuel economy too. You're gonna be getting well over 20 MPGs. We're not getting 20 MPGs right now because it's a dealership car. It spent most of its life so far just idling. But if you're driving normally, you can get 22, 23 MPGs in a fast truck with making a ton of power. It can tow like 14,000 pounds. It's a best of all worlds kind of truck. All right, guys, we'll step out onto this highway real quick and then wrap things up. One more time, about half throttle. Good torque. It's a beast. Down low, this thing makes so ridiculously much torque. I mean, almost 600 pound-feet, but it feels every bit of it. Overall, guys, if you're looking for a luxury truck that gets great fuel economy and can do 0 to 60 around 5 seconds, if not quicker, this is probably the best way to go. I mean, I don't think any truck this fast can get this good fuel economy, period, on the road today. This one does it while keeping you extremely comfortable in the interior, heated and ventilated seats, navigation, 12-inch touchscreen, digital gauge display. It's a great truck inside and out, and I'll definitely recommend anybody looking for a luxury truck that's good on gas and fast to check it out. And huge thanks to Samantha at
Jenkins Ford and Lincoln at Crystal River, Florida for helping make this review possible. I'll leave a link to their inventory below. And if you're looking for a new car, SUV, or truck in the Crystal River, Homosassa, Weeki Wachee area, I will definitely recommend checking these guys out and ask for Samantha. And huge thanks to all of you for watching. I had a great time making this video. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you've already subscribed, thank you so much. You guys know the channel is just not possible without you, and I really appreciate the constant support. But again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Leave a like too, it really helps me out, the YouTube algorithm. That's how these videos get promoted to new people. Leave a comment, let me know what you like, let me know what you don't like. Leave a comment, let me know if there's any specific cars, SUVs, or trucks you want to see reviewed on this channel. Let me know what the trim levels are, and I'll definitely try getting those videos for you ASAP. But other than that, again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope all of you have a great day.